I'm Greg Laurie. This is my wife, Cathe. So, Cathe, this is a time, Christmas, where there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness, and there's a lot of depression and a lot of loneliness all at the same time. And not everybody can join us in person for worship at church. Some are at home, they're unable to get out. Others have other challenges. You had something you were telling me earlier today about that.
Yes, I received a text from a dear friend who's going through some really difficult times. Actually, I have several dear friends that are going through difficult times right now, Greg, and trouble comes when it comes, and it doesn't always take a season off. And although Christmas is a time of celebrating and rejoicing and many parties and gatherings, there are people who cannot get out to gather, cannot get out to celebrate in the way we think of celebrating. And they were saying how thankful they were that they have Harvest at home. Due to illness and due to invalid loved ones, they needed to be at home this season. And they were so grateful that they had this ministry coming to them in their home. And we're so grateful for that. And we think about all those who cannot come to church. It's ideal when you can. We love that. It's important. But at the same time, there are those who cannot. And so for that, Harvest at Home is there. And we are so overjoyed to be able to provide this ministry on a weekly basis.
That's right. I think people expect Christmas to do more than Christmas can do. What you need is Christ, not Christmas. And that's what we're all about, telling you about Jesus and how to come into a relationship with him. In fact, speaking of that, we have an incredible offer for this month of December. It's a DVD digital download of the amazing series about the life and ministry of Jesus called The Chosen. Have you seen this yet? If you haven't, you've got to watch it. Well, now you can watch it. You can watch a whole season when you want to watch it. This, to me, is a fresh, powerful presentation of what Jesus was like when he walked this planet. I've had the opportunity to get to know the actor who plays Jesus, Jonathan Rumi, and spend time with him and talk with him. And this guy has captured lightning in a bottle. I think it's the finest film depiction of Christ that I have ever seen. Cathe, it humanizes him. But yet there's great respect and reverence for who Jesus was. I just think that Dallas Jenkins, the director, has found the perfect balance, don't you?
Absolutely. And I think what is really exceptional about it, Greg, is that they portray the disciples and the people among whom Christ walked as ordinary people that we can relate to. So often we see depictions of the saints or have an image in our mind of what they might have been like. But in this series, we see ourselves in some of these disciples, and we see how Christ came into this world to redeem us and bring us that message of hope in every situation. And I think we find ourselves identifying with these men and women that they're portrayed.
That's right. So we want to send you this resource as DVD digital download of The Chosen for your gift of any size. I have to tell you that we had to pay a little bit more for this resource than we normally pay to get it to you. So I'm going to ask you to be extra generous for a couple of reasons. Number one, because, hey, it's Christmas. It's a time to give. Number two, it cost us a little more, but we want to get it into your hands. And number three, and most importantly, this is a time for you to offer a generous year-end gift to help us to finish strong and enter the new year running. This has been an amazing year for Harvest Ministries. We have seen literally thousands of people come into a relationship with Christ, and we have big plans for the future, but we need you to be a part of this. So I'm going to ask you to be generous in what you're able to send, and we'll rush you your copy of The Chosen, Season 1, so you can start watching this. By the way, everyone in your family is going to love it. Older people love it. Younger people love it. Even kids love it. This is really special. This is one of the most important offers we've ever been able to put in front of you. I hope you'll all take advantage of it and get your copy of The Chosen on DVD and digital download.